Hey, what's up everybody? Collector John here. Hope everyone's doing well. Today we're going to GameStop. I have some things that I want to trade into GameStop, and I know usually going to GameStop to trade in your stuff is not a good idea. Typically they just don't pay enough for the stuff that you trade in. Like most things, they're really not going to pay you that much for it, and you're generally just better off going to an independent game store to trade in your video game stuff. However, there are certain situations where it actually makes sense to trade your things into a GameStop, such as if you're in a situation where you want to trade your items in towards a new game. Oftentimes they will give you an additional bonus to trade in that stuff towards any brand new games. So they'll usually give you an additional 20% for that type of trade-in. And then on top of that, if you're a pro member, which I am a pro member, they'll actually give you 30% extra credit for your stuff. So yeah, for a situation like that, I think trading your stuff into GameStop is actually totally worth it. And I am going to be trading my stuff in towards a new game today. And that game is Silent Hill 2 Remake for the PlayStation 5. Yeah, I've been really looking forward to this remake. I wasn't really sure about it at first just because Bloober Team was making it, and I like some Bloober Team games, but some of them I think are pretty mid. My favorite Bloober Team game by far is Observer. I think that game is really freaking cool. Just a really great cyberpunk themed horror game. But the other stuff that I've played from them, I wasn't that into it. But I still had hopes. It seemed like they were working with a lot of the original people who worked on Silent Hill 2 from Konami. So that was really reassuring, and just from like what they showed of it, I thought it mostly looked pretty cool, and I've really been anticipating it quite a bit. And now that the game's out, it seems like it's just getting really, really good reviews. So that has gotten me pretty hyped. Just the fact that it's out, people have played it, people seem to think it's really good. I'm now officially extremely excited to play this frickin' remake of Silent Hill 2. So once we pull up to GameStop, I'll show you guys everything that I'm planning to trade in. But for now, let's just finish this drive and get over to GameStop before I crash and die. All right, and we just pulled up to the GameStop right next to Oasis Nail Spa. And I have my little bin of things down here that I'm trading into GameStop today. I'm going to show you guys what's in here, what I'm going to be trading in. So the main thing that I'm trading in today is just going to be my Nintendo Switch. So yeah, I have this old base model Switch that I bought in 2017, and this one's kind of weird because it has this like transparent back panel that I put on it. So this is like a custom mod that I did. I also had transparent Joy-Cons, but both of those started drifting at some point, so neither of those work anymore. And yeah, I'm not really sure if they're gonna take the Switch if it has this mod. It's also a little, you probably won't be able to see this on camera, but the screen is like a little scuffed up, and it's really hard to show, but you can kind of see right in this area there's some scuffs. So because of the custom backplate and the damage to the screen, I'm not sure how much they're going to give me for this. I know on the website right now they're saying that Switches are trading in for 110 for store credit. 110 store credit for pro members, that's a lot. Like, that's already a lot. And then if you add the 30% power trade credit to that, that's over $150 to trade in a Nintendo Switch to GameStop. And if I get $150 for this Nintendo Switch with the screen damage and the weird modification to it, I'll be kind of floored, because if I sold this on eBay right now, I think I'd probably get like $120 or $130 for it maybe. And then I'd also be paying the eBay fees and the shipping on top of that. And I have all the other stuff that goes with it as well. I have the HD cable and the power cable and the dock and this piece of shit. I hate this thing. I've never used this. I would rather die than slide my Joy-Cons in here and use it as a controller. It's freaking garbage. Also, Joy-Cons are garbage. I'm just gonna say it. Joy-Cons are terrible, and I can't believe they still charge like $80 for new Joy-Cons. Like, that's freaking insane. So we're trading in the Switch, which I may or may not get $150 for, and then I'm also gonna be trading in this plastic bag, which is full of loose Nintendo DS games. Most of these, I looked on the website, and they're going for like $10 to $15 for pro members, trading credits. And then again, there's gonna be another 30% on top of that. So starting off, we have Tetris DS. This is only worth like $5 trading credit. But yeah, Tetris DS, not that interesting. New Super Mario Bros. For the DS. Yeah, you know, that's a video game for sure. We have Yu-Gi-Oh! Nightmare and Troubadour. This one's actually kind of cool. And then also Metroid Prime Hunters, which I played this and I really didn't like it that much, and then Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, which is a great freaking video game. And I'm trading these in just because I don't really care about these loose DS games that much. I haven't really been collecting for the DS, and I do want to start a DS collection at some point, actually, but I just kind of want to start from scratch and just get all complete stuff, you know what I mean? And not just, you know, have these kind of loose games that I'd be trying to find cases for. I would rather just start over fresh, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, most of these are like going for $10 or $15 on the website, and I ran all the calculations. I went on their website and looked for the trade-in value for all this stuff, for what it says on the website, and then I added 30% to it, and I might be getting over $200 for this Switch and these 5 loose DS games, which would be freaking crazy. I don't know, that'd be really cool. I did call this GameStop before I left, and they only had 1 copy of Silent Hill 2 Remake left in stock. So we need to get in there and make sure that we get this copy of Silent Hill 2. They would not hold it for me. If I don't get it, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably just die. And it seems like I picked pretty much the worst possible time to come to this GameStop. It was very, very busy, and there was only one person working here. So even after I got up to the counter and showed her my stuff that I had to trade in, it took her a very, very long time to get to it. There were lots of customers lined up behind me that she had to help first, unfortunately. And for the record, I'm a patient man, and I don't blame this employee at all for doing that. It takes a long time to process a trade, so it makes sense that you'd want to help as many people as possible first. Yeah, so while we're waiting, I guess we'll check out what games they have at this GameStop. And they do still have a copy of Silent Hill 2, which is great. That is a huge relief to me, and we're definitely going to be picking up this copy of Silent Hill 2. And I think we'll have enough trade credit to pick up a couple other games besides Silent Hill 2, so I was eyeing this copy of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. There are a lot of games that came out this year that I just haven't gotten around to picking up and playing yet. This is one of them. At this point, I think I'd rather get this one used or on sale, though. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, another frickin' 100-hour game that I haven't played yet. And this copy actually was discounted to $50, down from $70, which was pretty cool. Star Wars Outlaws is another big game from this year that I do really want to play. But these Ubisoft games usually go on sale after a few months. You could probably get it for like $30 in another 6 months or so. System Shock Remake, also very cool. They had a used copy of Dragon's Dogma 2 here, which is really, really cool. I've been really wanting to play this ever since it came out. And according to the website, this is the only GameStop in a 50-mile radius that has a copy of this game for some reason. I don't know why. They had a couple other used games here that I was mildly interested in, but let's go check out the Nintendo Switch section really quick. I really want to play this remaster of Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door at some point. I really, really liked this game a lot on the GameCube, but I feel like $40 for a remaster is kind of a lot. In the same vein, they had Super Mario RPG here, which is a full-on remake, not just a remaster. I feel like the price for this one's a little more justified. Couple Wii games down here that I didn't really care about, and a few more Switch games here. Super Mario Odyssey is still selling for $60 for some reason. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom looks really cool, but I'm not dying to play it. But yeah, I think they're done processing my trade, so let's head on over and see how much we're getting for this stuff. Well, that sucked. Yeah, so GameStop, maybe not so surprisingly, did not buy my weird transparent Switch that I brought to them. And I was pretty confident earlier that they would, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized, like, yeah, of course they wouldn't take the weird modified Switch. There are probably a lot of really weird modified Switches out there that people have probably tried to trade in, like ones that are a lot weirder looking than mine. And it makes sense that they would just have a policy in place where they just wouldn't take that stuff, because I feel like stuff like that is probably less likely to sell. And if they do sell it, it's probably more likely to be brought back in for a refund. So it sucks that they didn't take it, but at the same time, you know, it does kind of make sense. So I'm not really that upset about it. And ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the old back plate back on the Switch, and then I'm going to bring it back over to them and sell it to them, you know, stock. They did take those Nintendo DS games that I brought into them and gave me about $54 for them total, which is fine. I feel like that was a little less than what it should have been based on the prices that were on the website. Like only by a few dollars. Like I think one of those games was $14 on the website and they gave me $11 for it plus the power trade. And you know, that sucks. Like it's stupid that they gave me less than what it said on the website, but also, again, it was very busy in there. I was not gonna, you know, hassle this employee over $3. So it's just, that's just not really my personality type, I guess. And $54 actually is right around 50% of the price charting value for those games loose. Which for GameStop, that's not that bad. Like 50% is about what you could expect to get from a, you know, from any independent game store. So yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. I feel mostly okay about that trade-in. So anyway, we still have a Nintendo Switch to sell. We're gonna bring my unmodified Switch back to GameStop, and now that I know that the numbers on the website aren't to be trusted, we'll see how much we actually end up getting for this Nintendo Switch. Let's head on back over to GameStop and see how it goes. All right, we're back at GameStop. I got my regular, not transparent Switch with me, so hopefully they buy it this time. I'm sure they will, hopefully, maybe. The problem is that now I'm not going to be trading this Switch toward a brand new game because there aren't really any brand new games that I'm interested in buying at the moment. I'm kind of interested in Metaphor ReFantazio, but not enough to buy it brand new. I was thinking I might wait until the new Dragon Age game came out because that game I thought looked pretty cool too. But now it's getting like kind of middling reviews, and I don't think I want to buy that one at full price either. So I think we're just going to sell this thing and get the regular, not power trade price, which I think is still $110, hopefully. And we'll just buy a couple used games. I think either Dragon's Dogma 2 or Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'd be really interested in either of those if they have them used. Star Wars Outlaws, maybe, if they have a used copy. Or we might just look around and see like what kind of interesting retro stuff they have, if they have any cool like Xbox 360 games or PS3 games. I might look through that stuff too and see if there's anything interesting in there at all. Also, one thing I learned when I was in there last time, the person working mentioned that I didn't bring these little things that slide onto the Joy-Cons. And they take off like, I think $5 if you don't have these. They'll remove that from the trade-in value. So if you're gonna trade your Switch into GameStop, make sure you bring these little pieces of crap. But yeah, that's enough yapping. We're gonna head in there now and see what they're gonna give me for the Switch. Let's do it. And once again, there was only one person working in this GameStop, so it took quite a while for us to get the trade done. But yeah, we're going to take a look around and see what we might want to pick up with this trade credit today. They did have Metaphor ReFantazio here. It just came out a few days ago. And I do want to play this at some point, but I'm really just not feeling it right now. I mean, I love the Persona series, but I'm just not really in the mood to play one of those at the moment, so I think we're going to wait for this one. I will say, as far as used PS4 and PS5 games go, this GameStop had a lot of good stuff. Compared to most GameStops that I find myself in, I feel like this one has a better selection than most. I was definitely digging it. They had a decent selection here for sure. They did not have a used copy of Star Wars Outlaws last time I was in here, but they do now for $60, which is, not terrible. They still had that used copy of Dragon's Dogma 2 as well, which we may have to pick up. I don't know. We'll see what else we can find, though. And they also had a used copy of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which, according to the website, they did not actually have this, so the website was wrong. And yeah, we might grab this one too, but we're just going to keep looking around and see if we can find anything else that catches my eye. I don't know. You never know what you can find at a GameStop. Ooh, okay, I forgot this was out now, but the physical release of Alan Wake 2 just came out pretty recently, I think, and I freaking love this game. It's one of my favorite games of the last few years. I would love to own this physical copy of it, even though I already bought it and played it digitally. And the PlayStation 4 games were also buy two, get one free, which is a pretty sweet promo. This is like definitely the best time to buy PlayStation 4 games at a GameStop when they have promos like that. And they had some pretty interesting stuff here, like this game Valfaris that I've never heard of or seen before. Looks like kind of a Metroidvania style game, which isn't really my thing, but I like the cover art quite a bit. They had this game called Death End Request 2 anime stuff. I think this one was actually a little underpriced, which was cool. Gas Guzzlers Extreme, another one that I've never seen. Looks like it's maybe a car combat demo derby game, which is definitely my jam. It seems like it might be kind of a budget version of that style of game, though, but definitely looks interesting. And again, just one that I've never seen before. One more PS4 title that I've never seen before, this game, Truberbrook. I have no idea what this is. Looks like maybe a Gone Home style, adventure game. And this one was a little underpriced as well, so yeah. They had some PS3 stuff here. The only interesting PS3 games I could find, though, were this Eco and Shadow of the Colossus collection, which I have a disc copy of this, but I don't have the case. And then also Fear 2, Project Origin, which is just a cool game, and not bad for $10. Likewise, on the Xbox 360, there were only two games that I was even remotely interested in. Dead or Alive 4 was one of them. I don't have this. I have Dead or Alive 5, but I don't have 4. I didn't really want to deal with this generic case, though, so I passed on it. And then also this Pac-Man game, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. Just another Xbox 360 game that I don't have. Looks kind of cool. I don't know. There's really not a lot going on in this Wii section either. They had Super Mario Galaxy 2 for $40, which seems like a lot. I don't really know what the regular market value is for this game right now, but that just seems like a lot for Super Mario Galaxy 2. And yeah, it's that time again. They're done processing the trade. Let's go and see if we could finally sell this Nintendo Switch. Okay, we're back in the Collector John Corolla, and once again, selling my Switch at GameStop did not go as planned. And first of all, I just want to say the employee working in there was great. She was just like really helpful and patient, and there's just like a lot of stuff going on in the store, and she's the only one in there, and she's trying to like do my trade-in deal while all this other stuff is going on. So as much as you might hate GameStop, I do think a lot of their employees are actually pretty great, and they put up with a lot, and they may or may not have been trained very well at their job. which is not their fault. So yeah, I just wanted to shout out this person working in there today. I'm not going to like use their name or show their face or anything, but I just wanted to say that person was great. So thank you. But anyway, yeah, so I checked the trade-in value for this Nintendo Switch yesterday. I did not check it today. Yesterday it said $110. Today it's $93. They dropped it by almost $20 on the day that I came to trade in the frickin' thing. And I'm not sure if those trade-in values are something that regularly fluctuate based on the day of the week or, you know, what time of year it is. That might be something that kind of like goes up and down based on, you know, different factors. But yeah, today it was $93. And not only that, but I got even less than that because what it doesn't say on the GameStop website is that for the earlier models of Switches, you get even less than what is posted on the website. So I only got $82 for my Nintendo Switch. And that was for pro value and for trade-in. So that was like the highest offer that you could possibly get for that Switch at a GameStop right now. It was $82, which was a lot less than the $110 that I was hoping for, and way less than my original plan of getting $150 for this Switch. No, I got almost like half of that. It's not even freaking close. But I still went ahead and did the trade-in anyway. Like I really just wanted to get rid of that thing. It was kind of a piece of crap, and I don't use it anymore. So I would rather have $82 than that Nintendo Switch, honestly. At the end of the day, I'm still pretty okay with getting $82 for it. And I was also able to get these two games that I really wanted. I got Dragon's Dogma 2 and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And after the trade-in, I spent $18 for these, which again, I'm totally okay with that. Like I really wanted both of these games. I'm totally okay with getting a little less than I wanted for the Switch, but still walking away with these two pretty sick games that I'm very excited to play. Let me know which one you guys think I should start with. I'm kind of been in a Final Fantasy mood lately. I know this game is like so freaking long, but I really want to check it out. I really liked Final Fantasy VII Remake, so I'm sure I'm gonna like this one too. And Dragon's Dogma 2 also just looks like a freaking banger, like a really, really cool role-playing game. So yeah, really excited about both of these. Let me know which one you think I should play first. So yeah, I guess the moral of the story is don't trust the numbers that GameStop puts on their website for trade value, because there are a number of factors that can make those numbers change at any time. You know, like I said, the fact that I had an older model Switch made it so that I got less than what's posted on the website, which is a little messed up. You know, I feel like they should probably put you know, some fine print or some different values based on what Switch you have, and not just have that one number up there that people can see. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of crappy. Again, not the fault of the employee working at all, she was just doing her job. But you know, the GameStop corporate should probably revise a lot of their language around trade-in values and how they handle that stuff with what they say on the website. At the end of the day, I'm just glad I finally got rid of that freaking weird Switch that I've been trying to get rid of for a while now, and I have these two games that I'm excited to play. I'm excited to go home and check one of them out. So yeah, if you've traded anything into GameStop lately, let me know in the comments how your experience went. I would love to hear from you. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment as well if you feel led to do so. And I'm Collector John. We'll see you guys in the next one.